As I've done this research over the past couple of weeks, as I've been looking at the internet and social networking, and really understanding what is going on now in our world, there's three things that I've really taken away from this research. The first thing that I've looked at and really understood is that you can communicate with anybody, anywhere, anytime in the world. And that Facebook is one of the places to start, because there are 800 million people on this social network that can be communicated with. And the third thing that I've realized is that one man can unite millions of people. And I want to tell you the story of Oscar Morales. He's just this man in Colombia a couple of years ago who got fed up with what was going on with a terrorist group called FARC. And over one particular Christmas holiday season, they had taken hundreds of hostages, and this one particular little boy, Emmanuel, had captured the attention of the nation. And this man wanted to do something about it. He was just fed up with what was going on. So one night he got onto Facebook, and he created a group on Facebook where he said, "No more kidnappings, no more terrorism, no more fear." And he created this group and stayed up all night creating some images and stuff for it, and then went to bed. By the next morning, 1,500 people had joined this group. What he had said, his message, had connected with people. And so he began to tell more of his friends, and by the end of the day, 4,000 people had joined the group. And he began to talk with people through Facebook, and some other people had felt the same way as he did. And they said, "You know what? We need to do something." And so they planned a march that would happen a month later, in February of 2008. And they began to communicate and rally people, and the president of the country got behind it, the news media got behind it, and on February 4th of 2008, 10 million people united and marched in the country of Colombia, saying that we will not stand any longer for living in fear. One man was able to unite an entire nation of people to change things. You know, before I became a Christian, I used to think that it was hopeless, that you couldn't do anything in a sea of 6 or 7 billion people. But when I became a Christian, I realized that one man and God could do anything. That God could use one person to change the world. So I want to invite you to join with me to use the internet, social networking, as a way of reaching out and uniting and teaching people to change the world.